Hey guys, Rick Stone here from Our Stoney Acres. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about how you can cheat Mother Nature and get your tomatoes planted maybe as much as 6 weeks before your last frost, which is an awesome opportunity. But before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that notification bell so that you get notice every time we release new videos. And do me a favor, we're just getting started over on Instagram. I would love it if you would follow the link down in the description and go follow our Instagram account as well. Okay, so let's talk about how we are going to be able to cheat Mother Nature and get our tomatoes, or maybe things like peppers, even melons, planted up to 6 weeks before your last frost in the spring. And the way we're going to do that is by using these great little inventions, okay? So this is what is called a wall o' water, okay? And that's the name brand that has been around for a long, long time. But if you go out on Amazon or wherever, there are a bunch of different varieties of these water-filled clutches. And what they are is they are filled with, they have these individual cells that go all the way around, and you fill them up with water. And they use the thermal properties of water to actually protect your plants. So during the daytime, the sun shines on these clutches and the water absorbs that heat. And then during the night, it puts that heat back off in the center of the clutch, and that keeps your plants warm during the nighttime. And manufacturers claim that they can protect as low as 12 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know that I believe that, okay? But I do know that I have had tomatoes survive inside these clutches down to like 24, 25 degrees. And so they can be super handy to help protect your crops from late season frost, which is a great opportunity. So let me really quick, we'll do a cutaway here. This is a really quick, easy way to fill these up. They're a little bit awkward, and so it's either a two-person job, or if there's just one of you, then the way you get these guys filled up is by putting a bucket in the center, and then you fill those individual cells up. They come like this, okay? And so they're just a big round sheet of plastic. Let me hold it up this way so that you can see. And then you can see these individual cells that get filled up with water. And they work really, really well, especially for tomatoes. I have used these guys for years and years and years for growing tomatoes, especially, and getting them in early. I know people who go as early as like maybe 10 weeks before their first frost, but they're usually using one of the super cold tolerant varieties, like Glacier is one of those. And I'm not a big fan of them. They're not terribly tasty, and so I wait a little bit longer. And you know, we just have those random late frosts and freezes and things like that. And these guys are just great for protecting them. So you're going to plant your tomato down in the center of this, and then during the day, that heat is going to warm things up, and it gives a nice warm environment. You know, it's springtime here, and we're still just in the 50s and 60s right now. We'll continue to get warmer and warmer, but 6 weeks out from our first frost, we're still in the 50s and 60s most days during the daytime, and we'll get down below freezing occasionally at night. And so these guys protect our tomatoes and keep them healthy and happy. Now, eventually they're going to grow out the top, and that's okay, because by then we're getting really late in the season. And if you do happen to have a super late freeze, the base of your tomato plant is going to be protected, and you may have to do a little pruning, but things will still be in pretty good shape. And I have found that this is a great way to get an extra early jump on the tomato growing season. So I don't usually put all of my tomatoes in wall of waters. I'll usually just put 2 or 3 plants in, and we'll get those planted 6 weeks before our last frost happens. And that, I'm in zone 6B. That gives me an opportunity to have tomatoes by usually right around the 4th of July. That's my goal every year, is to have some tomatoes for the 4th of July. Some years I don't succeed, but most years, using the wall of waters, that means that we're able to get those in. We don't put all of our tomatoes in the wall of waters because I don't want all of my tomatoes to be ready in July, but I do want some tomatoes, and it gives me that long extended harvest. And then, you know, when we move into August and September, that's when most of our tomatoes will really kind of take off and go. So this is just a great way to cheat Mother Nature. Now you can use it for other plants as well. Tomatoes do really well in here. I have also used them for peppers, and peppers seem to do pretty good. The plants survive some cold, but peppers are very cold temperature sensitive, and even though they didn't get frosted, I did find that those cold temperatures kind of set them back. So peppers didn't do as well as the tomatoes do. You could also try things like melons, cucumbers. All of those plants could definitely go in here. And you know, just remember that you need to plan on about 4 to 6 weeks worth of growth, and so kind of gauge it accordingly with what you're going to do. But a great way to cheat Mother Nature and to get an extra early start. So again, the brand name is called Wall O Waters, and they have been around for a long time. You can still get the brand name, but there are tons of these available, and I'll include some links, and those will be affiliate links out to Amazon that you can go follow and buy these. And I'll include a link also to the Wall of Water website as well. But there's a bunch of different options out there for you to buy these guys, and I love to do this. And every year we plant 2 or 3 tomatoes and get that early start. So great way to do it, okay? All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this tip and it helps you out a little bit. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you go follow us over on Instagram. All of that information is down below. Really quickly, I also wanted to remind you about the Gardening Academy. We love the Gardening Academy. We have a great group of people that is growing every month, where we have a monthly subscription, and you guys come and join, and you can learn more about gardening and tons of information. We do weekly content that helps you become a better gardener, and so you can learn more about the Gardening Academy by clicking in the link down in the description. Okay? All right, that, my friends, is all I have for you for this week. Everybody have a great week. Happy gardening.